Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
What you said on that pod thing, it's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with your ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast. It's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah! Just blew everybody's eardrums
The
out.
excitement level.
Okay, who brought the hype guy?
I'm excited because I haven't talked all day and I got some shit to say.
Oh, yeah.
You have some pent up.
No, I'm actually in a very peaceful mood. I feel bad for the Kevin Ralston because we think he's got the bronch. He's getting tested for coronavirus. This is KVJ drama, y'all.
Yeah, he's been kind of coughing, and yesterday it all came to a head for him. He was basically coughing every time he tried to talk. So he would like cough, off mic, turn off his microphone, take a sip of water, then try to talk, then cough, off mic. Like, it was hard to watch.
Well, since I've known him, he's had those BALs. Those bitch-ass lungs. Ever since I've known him, he's always had the bronch.
He's very prone to get bronchitis at the drop of a hat. His mama gets it, so he gets it just like his mother. So
We're on the YouTube chat, right? Is that what we're on the KVJ YouTube chat right now?
Oh, we should. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I got the thumbs up from Suits there.
All right, here we go. I'm just trying to find. Oh, here we go. We have one person watching right now. No, I'm kidding. There's 60.
one.
What's up, chat room? How's everybody doing?
You.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just this is not gonna be great, but we figured, hey, let's turn on the microphone. Let's see what the hell happens. Plus, management made us do it.
It's tricky, though, when you get sick now because you have to go to the doctor and then you have to get tested for COVID on top of it, and there's
It's
like
a
a
whole
turnaround.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's break this through because we were break this down. We were talking. Let's say Kevin doesn't get one of those 2-hour tests, this 24-hour, whatever.
Yeah.
A day test. He gets his results in 3 days. Well,
That's what
to be-
MD Now does. Like, if you go in there today, it's 3 days to get your results back, and that's like kind of fast compared to how it was.
So full transparency, Kev may be out till possibly Monday if we can't get a
result?
negative corona test.
I know somebody that got a test done in a matter of hours, but they literally paid out the rectum. Like, they paid a couple $100. Maybe even more than that.
I feel like the Kevin Ralston needs to pay to play.
Yeah, he has to pay to play.
Sometimes in life, it kicks you right in the balls, Virginia.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean, it's to get back into the groove.
Back into the groove. I wasn't copied on any of the text message thread, by the way. Denny's had to copy and paste it was only 75% of the text message.
You didn't see all the messages last night?
Not until he gave me 75% of it. So I'm getting it like at 8:30 and going, what the shit is there a show? I'm texting you. You're ghosting me like we're dating.
I saw Bird wasn't copied on it, so I was like, I should include him in this so he knows what's happening for tomorrow.
so then
Damn.
Yeah.
They left a bird out?
they left the bird out. So then it's like 9:45 and I'm thinking, all right, shit.
Am I fired?
No, I'm not going to bed yet. I want to jam. I'm gonna make a drink. I'm gonna enjoy my evening. If there's no show,
Yeah.
then I wake up in the morning. No one's texting me back. I'm like, fuck. I'm hungover, and we have a show.
You text me and I just wrote no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a little, play by the moment this morning. So.
I'm not really hungover. I really don't want people to start talking again. I'm not drinking that much again. I promise.
Yeah, so that was kind of this morning.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
that's-
that's bound to happen.
And that's the end of the podcast, guys. Thank you for listening.
Now you know.
Well, hopefully Kevin gives us a medical update later. Because I know he was going to go jump on it this morning and try to get, whatever you take for the bronch, the Z-Pack.
Yeah, he texted me about 8:30 saying he was on his way there. So,
Okay.
I mean, I think he hit it up pretty early. And I know he was going for the Bronx stuff because he gets it all the time. I think it's the COVID thing that's throwing the anomaly in here.
Well, I remember you were walking out of your courtyard and you had just taken a rip of of marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
Legally.
It is legal, yes. I
You
did.
do have a car.
I
Yeah.
do. I'm all legal.
You can't get on this cat. He's illegal. My man's got issues.
I'm trying to do it right.
He's got the IBS.
Yeah,
He's got the IBS. He needs the weed.
it's true.
But he's walking out and he's coughing, and the neighbor looks over, and I swear it's weed. You have to-
There's nothing worse than cough. That's how I can tell that Kevin was uncomfortable, because I heard him coughing in between segments yesterday, and you can't cough anymore. It's just as bad as sneezing on somebody.
You're right.
He says he always gets the bronch in July. Can we confirm that? KVJ Nation's great at stat.
Keeping numbers.
Yes. Does he usually get it in July?
Well, he said that yesterday. He's like, I always get the bunk in July. And then I walked out of here thinking it was July. And then this morning I realized, oh, wait, it's not July. It's August.
It's mid-August.
Why Kevin throwing out bunk-ass July bronch stats and tricking me into thinking it's July?
Well, it's KVJ today, but we're changing Denny's name to Kenny.
Kenny's,
Virginia.
Kenny's.
And Jaybird. And Reek in the back, keeping it moving.
keeping it real.
Yeah. So people also want to know, Virginia, how is your mental state? Are you able to get into anything? You still seem slightly depressed today, a little Eeyore-ish.
I'm off still, but the stuff that we're going through, with my family, we're trying to figure it all out.
Is it all, can you at least say this to the audience, is it all family related that's bringing you down right now? To where you're depressed? I get the other things in life, but...
Yeah, I mean, there was one major glaring thing that bubbled up last week that was just traumatic and unfair and terrible. And
that's the family thing we're talking about. Has that progressed along?
It is. It's progressing day by day, little by little, getting fixed. And definitely there's been major happy progress. So it's close to being resolved. I don't want to say it's 100%, but I'm really excited for the possibility of getting it behind us.
Get behind it so you can get in front, right?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I really don't know either. Denny's, how's your life going? You new homeowner, people want to know.
It's going good. Lots of every day after work, I go home and it's just fixing little things, I mean, there's no way around it. Plus,
There's
we're painting.
never going to end.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some little project or something to fix. But then when you fix those little things and you start looking around, it's this is cool. I did this.
I just can't wait to find my little slice of heaven, Denny's.
Oh, yeah. Well, the tricky part is we kind of are doing musical rooms. So as we paint, we move everything into one room. We paint this room, and then we actually start decorating that room with the appropriate stuff.
I get it.
Then you move everything out of another room, and you paint that one, and you try to slowly... So it's been kind of just moving circularly throughout the apartment.
You got the kind of ceiling where you should be hanging some shit from the ceiling.
We will. We got some vaulted ceilings.
Yeah, sex swing.
Yeah.
Sex swing. I've never done a sex swing.
So a long time ago, I was buying some pot off this girl, and I went to her house, right? It was the first time I was ever buying.
Of course, Denny's has a sex swing story.
I love it. Give it to us, Big Daddy.
I go to her house, and it was my friend's older sister, so that's why I went. That was the hookup.
Okay.
Your friend's older sister. She's hot.
Yeah, she was good looking. She's like, come in. She was in the kitchen working on something. So I'm sitting in the living room just hanging out, waiting for her. And she goes, oh, hey, my blah, blah, blah sent you over, blah, blah, blah. And if you want to, you can not have to sit on my sex swing. And I looked at it, and I'm sitting on this sex swing, not realizing it was a sex swing, hanging from the ceiling. I was like, so she explained to me how it worked and everything. It's pretty boss.
I think it's good. I think sex swings are really good if you got a big dong because it's the whole motion and you're kind of going down on an angle.
Well, so
is that a big dong game?
No, she showed me how it
Did
works.
she have a big dong?
Yeah, she had a giant clit. It's just...
Like a unicorn down there.
Yes.
There are some girls that have BCE, big clit energy.
They definitely do.
There's some big clits out there, Virginia.
Prove it.
Do women get more confidence from big tits or big clits?
I don't think they get confidence from big clits.
No.
It's all about the tits.
I think that could be a little cumbersome.
Do you think, okay, let me ask you this, because me and Denny, we don't have these parts. If you had a enlarged clit, would that make you self-conscious to where you take it off and you're like, oh, it's a half a sub?
Like if it poked in your swimsuit, like it pokes out of your swimsuit like a nipple.
Well, even if you were getting down to business and someone, took off your pants, what?
Oh no, I was laughing. Suits is laughing at the
Oh,
topic.
Jenny just gave me the. Oh, I thought we were on live on RMF. We forgot to hit a button. That would have been disastrous. I don't even know what I was talking about, Danny.
RMF clit talk?
I was talking about. Imagine that if that went over the air. We're done. We're done in this business, by the way.
It's a clinical term.
We wouldn't even. Yeah, but the other
Clinical term.
the other things you said weren't.
No, I'm joking too. I think there's probably a rule against saying clit like 19 times in
There
4 minutes.
should be. If there's not, we need to go ahead and make sure it's in place.
How did we get to this? It was a sex swing.
Sex swing. So she was explaining to me how it works. She showed me the whole process. It's very cool. So the point is to reduce friction. You're effortlessly in the air instead of if the guy's on the bottom or the girl's on the bottom and you're on the bed, you're moving. You're gyrating underneath you on the fabric. The sex swing allows you to just effortlessly float while doing any movement you want. It's pretty impressive.
So let me ask you this: Do you think? Do you know
It's
that,
two swings next to each other, so you guys can merge as one.
that seems like that would be enjoyable? Possibly. I like it.
Definitely.
Now, what about if you are you're holding a girl and you're standing?
Oh.
Do chicks like that, Virginia?
It can be awkward, I think.
Especially if you don't have good upper body strength as the dude.
Yeah, if your guy's got tiny arms and a tiny D, then no, it's not fun.
I mean, it's probably humiliating as you're trying to be sexy and holding the girl up, but your arms are shaking because
And you're like quivering in her ear.
you're quivering. But it's not sexy quivering. It's my body's giving out quivering.
Yeah.
I'm so weak.
I'm giving up.
All right, maybe we'll keep it on the bed.
But you can do that. You can have just the one partner hanging. You can stand, and then you don't have to use your arms to hold her up. It's actually great.
Do you think Jen would be into it or not so much if you came home with one of those and said, Bird got us a housewarming gift?
I think it's more like those, like when you get like a fondue set. You don't need it, but once you have it, it's really nice. I think it's one of those situations. Like you're like, I don't need a sex swing. And then once you use it, you're like, well, there's no going back now.
I would never buy you a sex swing, but I would buy you a fondue set. I would feel so weird buying you guys anything inappropriate. That
Like
would
a
make me
gimp
feel weird
mask.
with Jen. Yeah, hey guys, congratulations! Here's your house, or here's your gift, your gift mask.
I think your ceilings are perfect for a sex swing.
It's definitely great for hanging something from. And I have a hammock that I've never been able to hang that I really want to put outside to kind of just in the hanging. Since we're on the hanging topic.
I love it. Do you have 2 trees anywhere?
I don't. So it's a lot of things working against me. I know there's like a pillar thing you can work, but what I might do is wait till I get a fence.
Here's what we
going.
can do. So just get the hammock, and then me and Suits will come over and we'll hold it at each end. It'll be a temporary, kind of a peaceful thing for you.
I wonder if there's a video there. Human hammock. Is it even possible?
Probably. And
For the man that has no trees, but nice friends.
Yeah, just like that would be quivering.
oh yeah, I can hold you up for a while.
Do you think so?
I could hold you, not the riding style,
You could hold the hammock for more than a minute with him laying in it.
easily.
I know. I don't think so.
I mean, I
Well,
would.
let's make a very underwhelming video.
Bird on one end, Suits on the other. You get in the hammock and they have to hold it for longer than a minute.
No, it's not going to be my fault that this is the reason why we dropped it. It's weak.
Oh, you throwing shade at Suits' biceps?
Maybe he didn't hear me.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not very strong, so I'm just talking shit over here. As you were, Denny's?
Well, I mean that's it. Pretty much updates.
Sex swing.
Sex swing. I got my walls painted. Paint's expensive. Kinda
Paint
like-
is.
Who knew, right?
Paint is very expensive.
So here's my question for y'all. I live in a townhouse right now, and I feel like if someone was to break in with an axe, I could start screaming, and people they'd hear it right away. There'd be a lot of calamity, and I think that the murderer would at least be stopped or distracted. When you get your own house, like he's got his own house now, he's not connected to anything. I feel like it's creepier when it comes to home invasion. Do you have an opinion on that?
I do. And see, I put in a Ring doorbell for that reason.
But you still feel the same way?
Yeah, I think if you're in an apartment situation or a townhouse and you've got people all around you, you're definitely going to get help quicker when you scream help.
And you think that, but me and Denny's lived at an apartment right when we got back from Miami. And we found out that there was a girl who lived there before. And the maintenance worker had the key, opened up the key, kidnapped her, did terrible things. And she escaped in the parking lot and was screaming. And I believe he stabbed her in the parking lot. Now, we weren't living there at the time. This is a story
This is before we
from
moved
years
in.
before.
Oh, well, it sounds like a great neighborhood.
Yeah,
But
I think it was in the same like avenue area.
it
too.
actually is a really good neighborhood. That's the crazy thing. So it's in a good neighborhood. Someone's screaming in the parking lot, and nobody hears her. And this is a crowded parking lot.
Dang. What time of day was it?
2 o'clock in the morning, but he ends up getting her in the car after all of that and then taking her to another location.
It was the maintenance guy?
Yeah. He had a key.
Terrifying.
Had a key to her place.
Oh, damn.
That's why sometimes you move into a new apartment or you never
Change the locks.
Gotta change the locks. And sometimes they'll say you can't change the locks. I think that's illegal.
Yeah, you should be allowed to change the locks.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you do have to give the maintenance guy a key, though, don't you?
That's bullshit. I don't think that's fair.
I don't think
I
that's
don't know
fair
them.
either.
Especially if you have a stabby one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, I got those facts right, I believe.
Yes.
I'm like 45% sure of that. It's weird to think somebody can be basically screaming bloody murder and nobody helps them.
That's horrifying.
I know.
Yeah, but living in a neighborhood, though, you are more spread out, less people to hear you. But I feel like you also have a different vibe,
Yeah.
less transient. People that live in a neighborhood, I feel like if you're in a house, you kind of know who your neighbors are.
Yeah.
In an apartment, I feel like you never know. Everybody's coming and going.
Chat room's got some good feedback here. Sean Piscatelli, I believe is his name. He said, did you guys hear about the WWE girl who had a stalker and then they caught him on her patio? He had duct tape and zip ties or something like that. I did see that story. Some of these stalkers, man, they get right into these celebrities' fucking
Well, it's almost like the
porch.
rules protect stalkers, too.
They
It
really
does.
do.
It's crazy.
Until something bad happens, you can't really protect yourself from these people. It's kind of insane.
Even in the situation I talked about with my stalker, I was never scared she's going to kill me. But I did talk to a police officer off of the record, and he really said there wasn't much we can do. You know, unless they break into your house or
Yeah.
try to stab you, there's not a lot you can do. They get off with a warning usually.
It's too lenient on that because that, in my opinion, is definite deviant behavior, right? If somebody's stalking
yeah.
or following, doesn't that immediately put you in a different category?
It puts you in a menacing category. And yeah, depending on how they're doing it,
Well, I mean,
it
at
could be
least
deviant.
in the laws of the eyes, or in the eyes of the law, doesn't that at least put you in a?
I love the eyes of the law.
Doesn't that at least? I don't know. I feel like some of these crimes, and I don't know what laws throughout the years have created this, but even people that squat in houses, there's a ton of laws that protect squatters.
It's amazing to see squatters get away with the bullshit they get away with. That's
do.
why there's this one guy, he's up north, I think northeast somewhere. He's on the news, and his whole thing is he gets the camera crew out there and they bust the squatters. They put the camera right there, and you know he really puts their feet to the flame.
They're pretty good.
And they never have a good excuse. They're the worst people, the worst. Because they're fucking somebody over.
Right. And they're a lot of times going in that property and destroying it.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, leaving trash everywhere. Then you got rats. And
Or they gut it and sell all the piping and stuff out of it.
It's like that Michael Keaton movie I forced Denny's to watch.
yeah,
It's
I did.
called Pacific Heights. It's kind of a B-side movie with Michael Keaton, Matthew Modine, Melanie Griffith. It's a fantastic movie. Michael Keaton plays a psycho. A really good psycho. This is kind of like during or right after or right before the Batman.
Yes.
Yeah, early 90s.
He's great in the role.
Oh, he's such a dick.
Because he's good. Michael Keaton's awesome because he can play the good guy, like the smarmy guy, the creepy guy. He has so many roles he can play. So in the role of Pacific Heights, he actually plays a very charming guy as well.
Yeah.
To lure you in, and then he slowly just takes your part or your life apart. It's insane.
There's so much bullshit when it comes to all that renting. Even my last situation, that woman tried to get all of this money off of me, and none of it was right. It was all very unethical, if you ask me.
She was shady.
Shady as fuck. Sorry.
I think too, like people just want to see what they can get away with. I think she like was trying to get you to pay for all of that stuff, saying you damaged
She's
stuff.
trying to, well, I never.
It was old equipment.
I had never. I'm not a dishwasher kind of guy. A, because I don't know how to use it, and B, I don't know how to use it. So I never.
Paper cups and plastic plates go right in the trash.
I'm all about that environment. No, but she tried to say that
It's a racket,
The
so she can-
dishwasher was. She tried to get me to pay for an entire dishwasher. I was like, shit, this. I never even used it.
It's so
She
she
was
could
just
save
trying.
money.
Yeah, she was doing whatever she could, but you never used it. So, lady.
Well, I know in my heart what was right. You know,
Right.
look, if I fucked up, I would have paid for it. Clearly.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I think a lot of times landlords probably get jaded over time from having bad.
That's
you know.
another video. Can you make that today? When he goes over to your house to hold your hammock, can you have him try to run your dishwasher?
Yeah, I need a cycle.
Such a dick.
I would love to see him doing a tutorial on how to use a dishwasher.
All I know is, okay. Here's if someone came in here and said, "Bird, you gotta do it now, or I'm taking your life," I would just take the approach of, "You're just washing your clothes. You're just washing the dishes. You're washing the clothes. Put it in the hole, and spin that shit."
So wait, you're putting your dishes in the clothes washer?
No. You put the
Detergent.
the dish sauce into the hole, and then you let it twirl.
Can you use the same dish sauce as the laundry?
See, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be a dick. I know what we can make that video to prove the witch wrong. I better nail it. I gotta nail it though.
Definitely. Hey, I got some dishes in there.
Don't help him, Danny.
It's gonna be the dumbest video. No one's gonna want to watch that. No one wants to see that shit.
I do.
You
I'll
do.
watch it 5 times.
That's the problem. I gotta be careful not doing shit just for you. I look over, there's like 3 views, and all of them are Virginia ripping on me.
Me, my kid watched it. My other kid watched it.
Yeah. Hey, that's all I got.
I might be going to the Bahamas, not this weekend, because this weekend cousin Callie's here. But next weekend, I might go check and see how our
Oh, that's awesome.
money is being spent and see if we can get like some final resolution to some of the projects that we've paid for, including all the money that we put into the elementary school in the Bahamas, and I think 3 different homes we were helping fix up.
Oh, that's awesome. One of my neighbors actually had their Great 48 certificate that we sent out because they had donated to the cause.
No way.
Yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
so cool.
It's very heartwarming.
It was super heartwarming.
Yeah, I think we have I want to say we have somewhere around like 26,000 still left to spend. But it's really hard being in Florida and figuring out exactly how that money should be best spent in the Bahamas. And nobody's been allowed to go over there, but we know somebody who's trying to make it happen to where we can all, with a negative COVID test, get over to the Bahamas, see where the work is, see how much more we need to put on certain projects, and be able to help the people, because they're still in the same boat, you know? They're still dealing with the devastation and not really getting a lot of tourism money.
I'm just reading the chat room, just trying to see what's on the pod. Metal Beard Dan, tell us about how you just learned the oven has a self-cleaning button. Yeah, Metal Beard Dick has got a bit of a tone, I feel like. Metal Beard, he's back.
Dicky Beard Dan.
Metal Beard Dick is back. He's been gone for a while. Let's see what else is going on in the
Metal
chat room.
Bush
You're not a man of appliances. You've never claimed to be.
Yeah, and everyone's like, don't use real soap, Bert. Guys, I know I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Yeah, you are, motherfucker.
What'd I tell you about reading the comments?
Yeah, well, you got to read the comments because you got to read it. You can't go through this job without reading the comments. I don't care what you say. There's no fucking way it can happen. You're gonna get a little
comment,
here,
little dig,
a little dig there, a little pat there.
The internet's made it real easy.
Oh, the internet is full of assholes.
You used to have to write a letter and send it. It took effort to hate on someone.
You're right. Back when I was at Wild, when I'd get hate letters, it'd be through the fucking mail.
Yeah.
They weren't even mad by the time I got to me.
Now you can do it while you're waiting in line, you know?
Denny's is such a dick. The worst thing ever to happen to the KVJ show.
Aw.
Hashtag cancel Denny's. Send.
Can I get that sandwich? Number 1. You know, like right in the middle of the routine.
You're totally
Can't
right.
even stop what you're doing to hate on me.
You can hate on anybody at any time, and that's a problem, I think. Our access to hate at any minute, that's not cool.
No, it's not.
As a society, because motherfuckers will hate any time now.
Well, it rewards the dickiness.
It does. Dickies do get rewarded.
The trolls, man, they're flourishing right now. This is their time. I mean,
Yes, it's painful too if they come for you.
Let's see what they're saying about Virginia.
Yes, get into it.
Virginia, what the shit? You killed sudden death. What's up with that? I just made that up.
it sounded like it was kind of free form.
I've got a bunch of nuts. We can play around and name that nut.
I don't think your heart's in it. I think you would be so bummed out if me and Denny's were really into playing Name That Nut. You're like, oh, we got to do it now. You ever do that? Call someone's bluff? Oh, I'd love to go out tonight, man. Let's fuck it up. All right, I'll be over in 10 minutes. No, I don't really want to go out.
Oh, gosh.
I was Saturday night, bikini night.
Boys' night
out.
that turned into Girls Gone Wild? Yeah, that sounds like, let's talk about that again so I can get all pissed.
No, you made that out to be so much way worse than what it was. So benign.
I factually described the events. I was sold a bag of boys' night, and it's just gonna be me and Bigfoot and Bird. I'm gonna go pick Bird up. We're gonna have snacks.
All of this was true, Denny's.
We might have a little drink. We might have a little smoke.
All of this is true again, Denny's.
Panda was gonna watch the Hawks, the Black Hawks hockey team.
Again, true.
And then I'm watching the video and I'm like, oh, this is adorable. Look how much fun they're having. As the Bird's twerking, Jim's twerking. They're having a good time. I'm enjoying watching them do shots. And you pan over to Panda and he looks awkward and uncomfortable. And I'm like, why does Panda look so out of place, and why does he look like he just did something bad?
Oh.
And then you see the camera pan to these bikini girls looking fabulous in their bikinis, might I add.
I mean, it was Bigfoot's fiance and her friend. It's really all it was.
And then they called more friends.
Well, none of this again. I could not control any of that.
I'm not saying you could.
But I was
the facts remain. This fucking boys' night turned out to be a Girls Gone Wild production.
Some of the fucking witches fans are insane. They're hitting me up. Why would you do it? Why would you allow that to happen, Jay? I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I allowed nothing to happen. People hear what they want to hear and make up their own damn details. They're roasting my ass, Denny's.
Boys' night. I'll know what to expect next time I hear boys' night.
I doubt that term will ever
More
be used.
titties than you can see. Titties far as the eye can see.
I really thought it was boys' night. And it turned out not to be a boys' night. And I got to tell you, it was fun.
Panda couldn't wait for you to turn the camera off so he could have fun.
But the thing is, I asked everybody before.
I know.
Yeah.
You didn't want to be a wet blanket.
Well, I get it.
Boys' night.
Boys' night.
Keith Bartles in the chat room. He goes, invite me next time. Panda won't be allowed. Keith, get your ass on over. Come on down.
He's like, I'm down.
I'm excited to when we can actually do something with the people.
Yeah.
I'm going to really push hard to make our first event the Tom Cruise Cruise.
That was supposed to be this year.
Yeah, that was supposed to be with the release of the new Tom Cruise
I know,
movie.
but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it because
we don't need him.
We don't.
We don't need his movie. We can do it whenever we want. All we need is the Hakuna Matata. Visit Palm Beach. They said we could use the boat and have a big party, and you have to wear your favorite Tom Cruise costume from your favorite movie.
And we can't have repeat Tom Cruises. That is fine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's bound to be some.
4 or 5 risky business Tom Cruises can fight each other.
I'm coming in as the cocktail.
I'll probably do Last Samurai.
Oh, you nail it.
I am. Like, my hair's long enough to do the top knot.
I'm so jealous of Denny's length right now.
Right now, it's a little messy because I went to bed early last night because I came in early.
About your penis.
Oh. The length.
Just kidding. Your hair. No, I'm jealous of the length of your hair.
Heard. Yeah, so it's a little messy today. But
Did you straighten it?
I didn't do anything. I went to bed early and I got up real early this morning. I got up at like 3 a.m. this morning for today.
Denny's got me living in a hair world now. I'm fucking putting potions in my hair.
That's good.
Yeah, well, your hair, I can feel the difference in it from when you first started using product to now, because it takes a minute for it to start really absorbing in there.
You taught me.
Yeah, well, it's much better now. It's much easier to keep managed, I think, too.
Will you brush my hair?
Me?
Yeah. Not now, but would you like brush it and straighten it like a pony?
Sure.
All right. Oh, don't make it weird.
You want me to brush you like a pony and I'm weird?
Okay, when you put it that way. All right, fair point.
Will you brush me like a pony?
Don't make it weird, V.
This is already weird. There's nothing I can do to it.
Do you like that kind of a nurturing feeling that if Jen was to hold you, like you're both naked in the bed,
In your sex swing. The Jaybird bought you.
and she's just brushing your hair, just really, I would fucking love. That's why I would get married for moments like that shit. That's the good stuff.
Is it just comforting or are you getting a half hard?
No, I think it's kind of like when
It's like you're done with everything. Now you're just being nurtured.
Yeah, when you get your arms rubbed, I don't get like hard when I get my arms rubbed. It feels really good. It relaxes me. It feels good on my skin. You know, when you get your hair scratched, they have that one little, it looks like an egg beater, and it goes down on your head and it scratches the scalp.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about,
It feels good.
sex.
It's not an erogenous
now,
area.
if you were doing that and you're naked and then you're tickling my balls, yeah,
Someone's putting their clit on your shoulder.
yeah, then
It is big.
And it's a really large clit.
we might get some movement. Yes, I'm just a man at the end of the day. Yeah, so you would not be into that.
No, it's not erogenous for me.
What is erogenous for you? Tell us.
Usually things that involve those regions, I'm not somebody, like, I'm not gonna get like loving in the I don't even like back rubs or any of that stuff.
You give odd-looking back rubs.
Yeah,
you look very stiff on your.
I'm like, hey there, champ.
It looks like you are. As soon as you start to give a back rub, the only thing on your mind is when is this over? That's what you look like when you're giving a back.
I always do it as like there's like you're getting ready for something. It's more for comedic.
Bird makes you give him back rubs, doesn't he?
No. I make him rub me.
He likes foot rubs. This guy.
And he likes you to stroke his hair gently with a brush and call him My Little Pony.
This is the first time I've ever had hair since I was 8, so I'm just.
Did your mom used to brush your hair when you were little?
When I was real little, yeah,
Okay.
she'd brush it.
Maybe it's a whole.
Don't make this weird. What, bang my mom? No. Okay, Freud.
I was not going to make it that. I was
Just
gonna,
that you have a personal contact with that.
like a
memory.
nurturing,
Yeah.
like a sweet thing.
But it's also a physical enjoyment. It feels good. It's not like an emotional thing. I think there's something there too. But being rubbed on your neck and your hair, that shit feels great.
Yeah,
No?
it's real nice.
You guys don't have to be touched really.
when I'm in pain, I do. So if I got like a backache, Panda has really good hands.
Okay, but you don't like it if you and Panda are laying down watching a movie or something, and he starts rubbing your hair, and like you're not into that, are you?
I have a tender scalp. So here's the effed up thing that I have to live with. Even when I go get my hair cut and shampooed, like Justin knows that I have a tender scalp, and so he doesn't go too hard. But if anybody new like shampoos my hair or anything, I'm wincing in pain the whole time because
Okay,
I'm like
but-
so soft.
That's not even the point of it. I think, okay, let's just take hair out of the equation and let's say rubbing your arm gently and, doing that would you like that during a movie, or is that really not your thing?
Yeah, I would. I think it might be a little distracting.
See, there it is. It's not,
I would
That's how I am.
I would like the gesture.
You guys do not like to be touched.
I would like the gesture, and it's sweet of Panda. He'll like hold my hand and stuff. We were watching Big Brother. We were holding hands. That was fun. But sometimes it's distracting, and if it tickles, I'm super sensitive.
Yeah, we would be just the worst as
Pause.
a couple. Oh,
Meat hooks over here would always be trying
yeah,
to.
meat hooks over here, fucking ice queen over there. Keeping these meat hooks real cold.
You can be the meat, I'll be the popsicle.
I couldn't hang with that. I got to be with someone that
wants touching.
I think that's my love language, though. I'm a person that I think I need that kind of nurturing back and forth thing. I think clearly yours is what, money, love language?
No, my love language
Probably
is
gift giving.
gifts of service, where you help me with life.
And get it. So if Panda, this is what gets you going. You come home, trash is done, kitchen's done, bed's made, Rocco's doing it. Like everything is in order, and all you have to do is turnkey, pour some wine, and then you actually will probably let him rub anything.
Yeah, definitely. If all the stuff is gone from my to-do list that I have to do, absolutely.
Okay, interesting.
Isn't that weird? Everybody's different.
For me, it is weird because that is just the complete opposite of how I am.
And if you haven't taken the test in your relationship, you should. Both of you take it. It's the love languages test, and it'll tell you exactly what you like, and then you can see what your partner likes, and maybe you're not scratching that itch.
And I don't think that's a woman thing, by the way. Just anytime you get off work and you go to a house or an apartment and it's just cozy, any human's going to fucking love that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I love coming home when everything's done.
It's a major. It makes your mind. It really. There's a difference. I can see a difference and feel a difference when shit's cluttered on my kitchen thing and when it's nice and clean. I mean, I'm
You're
in such a
right.
state of peace when it's all clean.
You can relax and you can think.
I can't chill.
It's tough
I
to
can't
chill.
either.
I can't.
Especially now during Corona. If the house is chaos, the outside world is chaos, then just it's screwed. It's
I'm
got
with
to
ya.
be peaceful inside.
It's tough to get anything, even on a creative level. If you're looking over and just you're like, oh man, all this laundry. I hate laundry. I hate it so much, Virginia. I hate it so much in Twice on Sunday. I fucking hate laundry. I'm so bad at it. So bad. I can't fold this shirt the same way. I struggled, Eddie.
Don't even fold it. For the longest time,
Start yelling at me.
yeah, I just used the bookshelf. I would just lay my shirts on it. I
Why
did
don't
that
you
forever.
just put everything on a hanger?
I do. That's what I do. But it's miserable.
You've got hundreds of hangers.
I have a lot. I have a lot of mediocre clothing.
You have a lot of Bigfoot shirts.
That's my Sunday best right there. And how dare you suggest that's shitty clothing? But there's like runs where I'll go to like Walmart and I'll buy a shirt. If I'm in a fat phase and I need something, like I'll buy that extra large shirt that doesn't really fit, but it'll get me through a moment.
It makes me feel skinny because
Yeah.
the shirt's so big.
Exactly. I have a lot of those weird. I'm kind of fat or I'm kind of skinny shirts that are just shitty shirts.
The in-between phases are the worst.
They are.
Because, there's clothing that fits you in those in-between phases, and then when you either lose or gain weight, then you move to that next size. You can't, shop there anymore because you don't fit into the categories.
Yeah, one of the most depressing moments when I had some weight, it was probably my first or second year in radio, and I blew up. They always had food every single day in the little area, like donuts and bagel sandwiches. There was a lot when I first got into radio, so I was just eating a lot, a shit ton. And I remember there was this. It wasn't a mandatory radio event; it was optional. So I went to TJ Maxx to get a new shirt. And it was a double XL.
Oh boy.
And it was a little snug on
Oh.
me. And I just remember trying it on, and that George Michael song, and Teacher, that song was on. It was so depressing. I remember I looked at my friend and go, I'm not going out tonight. I went to Burger King and had 2 Whoppers.
Oh, Lord.
But then
She went the wrong way.
it gets in your fucking head, man.
It does. It's funny how when you get depressed about something, you tack on even more depressing things,
I don't think everybody does that, but I do think there's some kind of, like you're saying,
Yeah.
something behind that.
There is.
You almost kind of surrendered
You're like, if I'm gonna be bad, I'm gonna be bad.
I'm
Yeah.
so sad that I'm fat, so I'm gonna eat some ice cream.
But there's
Yeah.
also a win sometimes, or a release in surrendering.
Oh.
Even in the moment, even though if you know it's going to be terrible in an hour or two, in that moment sometimes.
Yeah. A rock bottom for me is usually a pretty easy, and it doesn't have to be something incredibly, profound in your life, but hitting a bottom of your own personal perception, I think really is a big motivator. So like if you're feeling overweight, like how you put that shirt down or whatever, a lot of those can change your entire outlook on things, like where you've had it.
I never even came close to gaining that kind of weight ever again in my life.
Yeah.
And at that moment, it broke me. But breakdown, breakthrough.
Oh, look at that. Full circle.
On that note, let's end the podcast. 'Cause we had
Break wind.
we
Yes.
had nothing to talk about. We went 40 minutes.
Yeah, just giving everybody some extra content.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know. We'll probably go on social media later today for an update.
Yeah, as soon as Kevin lets us know, we'll let you guys know, what's going on with him. Does he have the bronch? Does he have the Crohn's?
Dun, dun, dun.
Does he have both?
Oh.
What if he had bronchitis and coronavirus?
Or what if he was assembling a new team? And he's like, yeah, it's going to be the KDR show. Kevin, Donnie, and Roger. Oh, he's got new people.
It's just him and two dudes? It's a sausage fest? The show already sounds like a tune-out.
I mean, he kind of does a show with two dudes already.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys, for listening. We love you.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.